I know they're listening to at least 3 presentations, Allentown, Portland, and us. We're about 18% higher than Allentown right now, but we're a lot more user-friendly. Now, I'm under the impression that Cooper has quite a bit of turnover in their office, so training time is going to be very important to them. Portland's system is pretty easy to use, but even with the discounting they've been doing, they're 50% above us, and they're really configured for larger companies. The hardware commitment will be pretty big for somebody like Cooper. If speed gets to be an issue, you could discuss upgrading the server. That could get us very close to Portland.
And who's our contact there?
I've been talking with a woman named Ann Harris. She's very knowledgeable, and she's asked all the right questions. She'll be there. Mr. Cooper will be there, and all the office personnel will be there. I think if you can sell the office people on ease of use, her on long-range capacity of the system, and Mr. Cooper on value, we'll be in.
How much time have they set up?
An hour, but it's my guess they'll have a lot of questions.
And the date again is?
They're expecting you at 9 a.m. on the 7th. That's a Thursday.
So everything's really ready to go?
Everything's ready.
Great. I think you're going to do a heck of a job.
Pardon?
Look, my wife wants to go on vacation a week early, and I'm in total agreement with her. The only way you're going to get me to do that presentation is if they want to follow me to Maui.
It's an axiom in public speaking that you're always selling something. If not a product or service, then you're selling an idea. In this program, you'll learn a 5-step formula for preparing a sales presentation to be given to a group. Our example will be a traditional sales presentation. Mark is selling his company's computer system. But you'll find that the principles presented apply equally to project proposals, policy recommendations, and even political speeches.
I can change the date.
No, look, you know the systems as well as I do. In
Well,
fact,
yeah,
you probably
but-
know our competition better than I do. More importantly, you know these clients. I mean, I could go in there and I could ramble on for 20 minutes about things they don't care about at all. No, I want you to make the presentation because I think you do a better job than I would.
Well, I'm happy to go in and answer their questions, but I don't...
No, don't go in and answer questions. You'd be throwing away the best opportunity that we're going to get. Go in, take control, stand there, make sure you make the key points very clearly, make them understand exactly how good our programs are, and then you can answer all the questions you want.
But I still don't have any experience in this kind of thing. And
You know, my first boss gave me a 5-step formula on making presentations, and I've used it for practically everything over the years. I make adjustments here and there, but I still check every presentation against it to make sure that the formula is complete. Use it, you know, I'll send it over to you. It's really good, it's simple, and it's terrific.
Group sales presentations require similar preparation to other types of public speaking. You need to brainstorm, research, organize, and practice. Your presentation must be simple and clear, and you must limit yourself to a few key points. The distinctive feature of a sales presentation is its organization. Your goal is fixed. You want to close a sale. Each part of your presentation should be designed to take you one step closer to meeting that goal. Know exactly who you need to convince. Are you hoping that every individual will buy your product or support your proposal, or are there only a few potential candidates? Often you'll find that you're trying to build a consensus. To close the sale, you'll need the support of individuals representing several different groups. Be aware of the different needs of each group. You can't be all things to all people, but you can isolate the most important needs of each group and concentrate on those.
sit around the table and talk to them for a few minutes.
Look, just let them know that you're tuned in. I mean, look around their office. If you see something that's unusual or interesting, comment on it. Or you know, if you've had an embarrassing or a funny situation happen, tell them a little story. Okay. Maybe something in the news ties into the whole thing. Or, you know, when all else fails, smile. Just let them know that you're human. Hey, you can always refer to the weather.
For many, the first step, establishing rapport, is the most difficult. Humor is good, but only if you're comfortable with it. Addressing a comment to someone in the room whom you already know is sometimes useful. Comments that emphasize your interest in finding the best solution. Regardless of your personal interest, establish a spirit of cooperation. This spirit of cooperation is especially important when you're presenting a project proposal to higher management in your own firm. Competing interests and rivalries exist within all companies, but you want to avoid letting good-natured competition escalate into confrontation. Appropriate dress is a part of establishing rapport. Your audience will be searching for clues about your reliability and the quality of your product or proposal. Fair or not, to some, careless dress implies careless service and poor quality controls. Dress in a way that will enhance your credibility. The best way to get your audience's attention is to present a problem that your audience needs to solve.
I've worked out a couple of attention getters. I want to know what you think. Does it sometimes seem that people are most likely to call in sick on days when you're the busiest? The best you can do is answer the phones while everything else starts piling up on desks? Every day you order entry people feed a tremendous amount of information into your computer system. You know, the age, sex, address, and occupation of every customer you work with. You know, everything they've ordered, how often they've ordered, how much they've paid. Is your computer system giving this information back to you in a way that you can use it? Which one do you think is best?
You know, it all depends. I mean, why did Cooper call us in the first place? What do they need more?
I think they're scared to death their sales are going to go right out from under them and they won't be able to keep up with them.
Then I'd go with the first one. You might even crank it up a little bit with some visual imagery. I mean, you know, they know that they need a new computer system, or they wouldn't be talking to us, right?
Right.
But this Mr. Cooper and Ann Harris or whoever may have other things on their mind when you walk in the door. So you want to get them right back into the situation. Paint them a very clear picture where they're actually seeing and feeling the problems again. I mean, show them stacks of orders falling off desks, boxes of orders piling on the floor, even mice eating at the orders.
This is starting to sound like a speech, Jack.
Well, it is in a way. It's public speaking. I mean, you're going to want to stand up, look around the room, gesture, entertain them a little bit, you know. But don't make it sound like a speech. Keep it simple. Keep it friendly. Give yourself enough time to smile. I mean, it's okay to be businesslike. I mean, you want to be businesslike, but that's no obligation to be boring. You know what I mean? You know, people buy things for funny reasons. You know, Jack buys something because his competitor buys it. He basically wants to keep up with the Joneses. Jill, on the other hand, doesn't buy something because the competitor has it. You know, she wants to be an innovator. I guess what I'm saying is you need to listen very, very carefully to find out exactly what it is that the Cooper people want. Find out what they need. Find out where they want to go. Then you can talk about some of the obstacles in their way and how our systems, you know, take care of those.
Advertising doesn't create needs. Instead, it shows how a product can fulfill a need. Your presentation can't create a need either, but it can remind people of a problem that's holding back their achievement or that's blocking the security and fulfillment they desire. Emphasize the problems your product can solve. But always be honest. It's understood that you're a salesperson, and it's your job to present your product in the best light. But it isn't acceptable to cross over into dishonesty. Honesty may not always pay in the short run, but it's essential for the long run. Sales will come much more easily down the road if you develop a reputation for honesty and integrity. In thinking about needs, it's sometimes useful to be a psychologist. Think about needs in depth. Your customers will be turning questions over in their heads. Will I ever use all these features? Am I wasting money? Will the cheap model fall apart on me? Will it have all the features I need? Details about how you present your product, the words you choose, the image you project, all can reassure your customer and quickly swing his or her perceptions from one side to the other. The key to successful selling is understanding your audience, your customers. The best salespeople are able to imagine themselves in their customers' positions. They see their products and even themselves through their customers' eyes. They empathize.
Cooper already has a very good inventory tracking system. It's almost as good as ours.
You know, I wouldn't even talk about inventory.
But ours is so good.
Are they going to use it?
I don't think so. Not right away, anyway.
Well, then don't waste their time. If it doesn't do anything for Cooper, don't even bring it up.